fam, welcome back to another one. We're back on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? Let's see what we have installed over the course of today. So without wasting your time, as you guys know, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, as we are trying to provide as much value when it comes down to this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, as well as just the journey in general as just being a trader, right? And I hope you guys is liking this content. I hope you guys is loving this content. So yeah, let's see what this beautiful pair has in store for us over the course of today. Right now, we can see that we are having a huge shift back towards the downside, right? But one thing that I can basically see when it comes down to the 4 hourly time frame will basically be these actual highs we have found ourselves creating. So with us basically creating these relatively equal highs, I'm expecting price to still have some sort of a push towards the upside, as we can see with previous price action. You know what, if I can just simplify myself, following PA, right, we can see that we had a beautiful shift towards the upside, we had a beautiful correction, we had a beautiful shift towards the upside, we had a beautiful, change in market structure, from us creating this low to us then creating a beautiful lower low. We then had a nice little correction, we follow market structure, little correction, follow market structure whatsoever, and now currently we can see that, it looks like we want to find ourselves changing market structure in general, right? But the one thing that I wanted to find myself pointing out was simply over here, right? On the H4 time frame, we can see that we did find ourselves creating a beautiful breaker right over here as well. So ultimately, I would love to see the Nasdaq actually having a beautiful shift back towards the upside, right? If I can maybe just get out my foot from this high to this low, cool. We can see that price is finding itself tapping within a a premium area, and that is why we are having that beautiful shift back down. But nonetheless, I would still like to see us having some sort of a push towards the upside. So 9 times out of 10, if price is simply finding itself having a shift towards the upside, well, towards the downside, I will look for some longs during the New York session. And if price is finding itself going towards the to the upside, I will be looking for some shorts during the New York session, right? But ultimately, what I do wait out for will simply be some sort of a liquidity sweep to find itself happening first, and then my pattern, and then only I will find myself executing price. So it's not just something where I will just randomly, okay, we're coming down, we need to buy. Okay, we're going up, we need to, no, right? No, you also need to find yourself following market structure at the end of the day as well, right? So on the H2 time frame here, we can clearly see that we are bullish in structure, which is a beautiful signature or a sign whatsoever, right? Once again, we had a little push to the downside, had a little bit of a consolidation, but I'm looking at this whole area as a correction, right? Price basically found itself having a beautiful shift to the downside, and now currently we can see that, we did find ourselves breaking market structure, changing this beautiful bearish market into a bullish market, right? Basically giving me the extra confluence to why I should be looking for some beautiful long opportunities, right? So if I can maybe just find myself doing my analysis, right, or just putting some drawings on my charts, we can basically see like that right there was the change in market structure right over there, as well as these lows which we have found ourselves taking out over the course of yesterday as well, that which is pretty clean right over there, or on Monday at least, which is pretty clean right there. So now all I'm going to find myself doing is just get out that flip from the low to the high, just like that, and just want to see price basically just come back into a discounted area so that I can find myself looking for some beautiful longs, right? Because ultimately price is just simply moving from a discounted area to a premium area, from a premium area to a discounted area, right? And most importantly, all you need to find yourself doing is just following market structure. Okay, that is all you need to find yourself doing, is simply just following market structure. So H1 time frame over here, what can we see? What is happening? We can see on the H1 time frame, our structure is actually bearish as well. Check this out. Correction, up we went, down we went, right over there. We have found ourselves creating a nice little break over there as well, right? So can this be a area to where I can potentially look for some beautiful longs when it comes down to the New York Open, right? We do have around about let's see, 18 minutes left for the New York to find itself opening up, right? The New York Stock Exchange to find itself opening up. And with me basically looking at current price action, what I can basically see is that here we do have an area of liquidity right over there, as well as the next area of liquidity will basically be at this region right over there as well, right? So all I'll just simply find myself doing, once again, you know what, that Fibonacci from that low to the high, can we see that this area is lining up within a premium, well, a discounted area just of yet? No, we can't, right? So I have to wait for price to at least get back into my discounted area and then find myself looking for some beautiful long opportunities, right? But no, don't get me wrong though, I can still find myself looking for some beautiful longs from this area onwards, as well as we did find ourselves taking out liquidity right over there, right? But for me, just to wait for price to get back into a discounted area will just be more a higher probability trade, right? Because now ultimately what I would be finding myself doing is simply buying price when price is still expensive, right? When price is still within a premium area. And ultimately we want to buy price when price is cheap, right? When it is on discount, when it is on sale, you know, when that thing say, man, bro, right there you have 50% off, right? 79% off this thing, and we want to buy it, right? Because it's on sale. You don't want to pay an extra premium on it, you know. You don't want to find yourself paying a little bit more even for a product, right? And that's how you're going to find yourself looking at your trading in general, right? Because that's ultimately how price would find itself moving. Okay, so with that being said, if we would find ourselves having to wait for price to come all the way down back into this region right over here, which is obviously lining up within a discounted area as well, right, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, right, for our setup to find itself playing out at the end of the day, right? Sometimes we will have those days, but unfortunately it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Clean stuff. And that right there is simply my bias, right? So I will find myself looking for some beautiful long opportunities over the course of the New York Stock Exchange Open, right? Fam, listen, and yesterday me and the community had a online session, and you know what, we had this one conversation which was quite powerful, right? And this was simply covering trading itself, right? Why the journey in trading is actually so long. Because you know what, there's certain things that you need to find yourself taking into consideration, right? Like for instance, if you want to find yourself being a YouTuber, right, you aren't just going to find yourself grabbing any camera and just start filming yourself whatsoever, right? You want to find yourself having something that is nice looking at least whatsoever, but ultimately, you know what, you're going to have to make the actual video, and 9 times out of 10 you're not just gonna make the video and just upload it just like that, right? You still need to find yourself editing that video, right? So you need to find yourself learning how to edit, right? Audio, same thing, you need to learn how to find yourself, you know, working with that actual that audio, right? You need to find yourself knowing what is B-roll, A-roll, all of these things, right? Because those are ultimately the things that I'm finding myself learning on this journey as well, on the YouTube side of things as well, right? You need to know how to find yourself making some thumbnails. You need to have some softwares you need to find yourself using. You need to learn how to use these softwares at the end of the day as well, right? So it's a whole process of learning. That's not just something that's just going to happen today or just going to happen tomorrow whatsoever. And if you are that person who just gets it just like that, you are a genius. You are a genius, okay? And you need to share those genius thoughts and mindsets with each and every single one of us as well, okay? But getting back to the trading side of things, right? Trading was this alien subject that nobody actually knew about, right? So back in 2019, right? 2020, like basically it's just the COVID time, right? This was when you basically saw many people all of a sudden just boom, just starting off this trading thing and just boom, right? Just boomed out of this world because it was an alien topic that nobody knew. And this is something that you can just simply get your phone or your computer whatsoever and just print money from it. And people made it seem so easy, right? And they were actually guaranteeing people that you are going to make such X amount, unrealistic amount of money in a short period of time, right? That was the one thing that many people guaranteed people, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I also found myself falling into that trap right over there. I also fell into that trap of believing that I will find myself making some quick money, right? Till ultimately I found myself purchasing multiple courses, and I've learned that many people are saying the exact same thing, right? And that is the technical part of things, right? And not really the psychology part of things. And when it comes down to the psychology part of things, this is actually where the journey starts as well, right? That's another portion. Just like I made mention with the YouTube example, this is another portion inside your journey, right? So you have your technical side of things that you need to study, right? Your trend lines, what to say, a bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, etc., all the technical things, right? You have your fundamentals over here. You need to learn about your GDPs, you need to learn about CPI, etc., right? And then you have your psychology part over here, right? And that will basically be just emotions in general, right? Because like in school you have all these subjects where in math they will teach you how to do 1 + 1 is 2, right? In geo they will teach you that, you know what, that is a cumulus cloud right over there, and you know what, X amount of rain will happen when you see that. Right? In history they will learn you about what finds out happening back in the day, right? For each and every subject there's something that you are finding yourself learning, but there's no subject there's no subject teaching you about money, right? Many people are talking about that one right there, and that right there is also an actual alien topic, right? Because managing money is it's a topic on its own as well, right? It is a topic on its own as well, as it is not a household topic, right? So you need to, 9 times out of 10, you need to study or learn it yourself, right? You have to learn these topics yourself, right? And there's also no subject in school covering emotions, right? How will you find yourself? How do you control yourself in a situation like this? What will you do, right? So now inside your trading journey, as each and every single one of you know, that inside your journey you are going to face a whole lot of setbacks, right? You're going to find yourself learning a whole lot of setbacks, and you need to find yourself figuring it out, right? You need to figure out how are you going to break this barrier that you are finding yourself experiencing at this current moment, right? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're just gonna ask someone for some help, right, the person will just say keep on going, or just keep on doing what you are doing, but not know if you are just gonna keep on doing what you are doing, you can't be doing the like the saying that goes, practice makes perfect, that also goes as practice makes permanent, right? So if you are keep on going to do the exact same mistake and not realizing that you are actually making the mistake because you're just simply finding yourself following someone just saying that just keep on going, that you're going to repeat the exact same mistake over and over and over, and at the end of the day it's going to create frustration and you are going to burn out and you most probably will find yourself quitting, right? On the other hand, keep on going just simply means that, you know what, if you are having an X struggle, right, or X barrier whatsoever, all you need to find yourself doing is literally go to the root of that problem, right? Why is it that you are impatient? Why is it that you don't have discipline? How are you going to build discipline? How are you going to build on being impatient to become a person who is actually patient, right? And that right there is ultimately the behind the keep on going, right? You always have to reevaluate. You always need to track what you are doing. You always need to improve what you are doing, because at the end of the day, what you are finding yourself doing as a trader is building this, you're building this new person, right? That's it. You are literally building this new person. Like most people are saying, if you want to become a millionaire, that you aren't just gonna become a millionaire by just simply working hard, each and every single time, right? You are going to become a millionaire if you are gonna reevaluate your actual you as a person, right? And change into the actual millionaire, right? So the actual millionaire is a person on his or her own, right? So you wanting to be a millionaire, you have to become the actual millionaire, right? You aren't just going to find yourself making these mistakes and think that you are going to be the exact same person as, you know, if you want to become a millionaire, you're not going to be the exact same person you are today, right? That's ultimately what I'm saying. And yeah, you know, it was such a powerful session, right? And it is so beneficial to just have someone behind, like by your side, right? And just share everything whatsoever. So if you know me for quite a while, right, you do know that I'm not the best speaker whatsoever. But if you know me by now, you would know that I never look at myself as being the mentor, right? I do have my community whatsoever, but I don't look at myself as a mentor. I do look at myself as, you know what, I'm just a partner with you inside this actual trading niche, right? And as I am learning, and I'm honest, right? I'm not perfect. I'm not the best trader. I'm a good trader, but I'm not the best trader, right? And ultimately, what I am finding myself doing is still studying myself and still developing, and, you know, just trying to become the best me to which I can be, right? And with me basically developing, I am sharing this with my community as well, right? My shortcomings, my you know, if I take an actual L, we're gonna go through it. If the next person found him or herself taking an L, we're gonna discuss, right? We're gonna ask why this, why that, how are we gonna get it better, right? And all you need to simply find yourself doing is just trying to improve yourself at the end of the day, right? And all of that, I am trying to do that over here on YouTube, right? And obviously with my community as well. But ultimately, I just want each and every single one of you to just follow me on this actual journey, and, you know what, become those actual, that person who we wish to be at the end of the day, right? And yeah, you know, that's like the little message which I wanted to share with each and every single one of you. Like, I always talk about fear and faith, right? Both of them demand something that you need to believe that's not there yet, right? But most people find themselves moving with fear, and with you basically moving with fear, this is you 9 times out of 10 are going to burn yourself out, right? Definitely. And 9 times out of 10 quitting, right? But if you are going to have faith, right, you have the relationship with the man above, right, this is when things will become a little bit more easier as well, right? Challenging, yes, but easier as well, right? If you ask the man above for something, he will basically give you instructions which you need to follow, right? So you may find yourself being like, I'm going to learn how to swim, right? Or you learn how to swim in general, right? For example's sake, you learn how to swim, 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 right? And it may seem that there's no reasoning for you to learn how to swim, right? But the man above gave you the task that you need to learn how to swim. Just like Noah, right? He gave Noah the task. You need to build the ark, right? Because there's going to be a storm, right? There's going to be a flood, right? So you are finding yourself following the instructions, and you are finding yourself learning how to swim until one day, boom, right? There's an actual flood coming, bang. And now that right there, you finding yourself preparing that swim for thousands of days whatsoever will only now come into fruition, and only now you need to make a practical use of it, right? And with that being said, all those mistakes, all those errors that you are finding yourself having, all those challenges you are finding yourself having, is just literally a preparation to the person you wish to become, right? And the cash, the money, will just simply be a byproduct, like a reward for the person you have found yourself becoming. So you know what, that's quite deep, right? That is quite deep right there. But ultimately, just keep on going, right? Just keep on pushing, keep on trying to elevate, keep on asking why this, why that, and get to the problem, right? Because like you banks always say, that for every problem there is a solution, right? For every problem there is a solution. So find that solution, right? And just find yourself pushing through it, because ultimately the risk that you are taking is, can you find yourself pushing through everything, right? Can you push through everything? And 9 times out of 10, when things are starting to become a little bit too hard for people, they will just simply back down, right? And for most people, as time goes by, like they say, experience will make you successful. That's not true, right? Because then everyone that is quite an older individual needs to be successful. And is every older individual successful? No, not necessarily, right? Because most people are finding themselves, they are learning more as they are learning lesser as they are finding themselves, growing, right? Or getting older whatsoever. But instead, what you should be doing is just finding yourself just learning a little bit more each and every single day, right? So if you are finding yourself learning 1% from now till the next 10 years whatsoever, guess what, you are 10% better in where you are, right? And that is all that I wish for each and every single one of you, because ultimately, that is all that I'm finding myself doing at the end of the day as well. Okay, so yes, let's get ready for this beautiful session. We do have a few seconds left. Holy, we're here. Actually, talked a little bit too much, right? But okay, this is a nice little opportunity. Actually, that's a nice opportunity right over there. But let me get my football from that, like this. All right. So let me wait for the pullback and find myself looking for some longs. Give my trade some breathing space like that. And just targeted nice little 1-to-2 ratio. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. Nothing complicated. Nothing complicated. Just keep it simple. Right, because ultimately I just want price to come back into the discount and then shift towards the upside, as we can see that, price did find itself creating a beautiful lower low, and then price find itself creating a high as well, right? So I just want to see price come back, shift. So let's wait. Nice, clean, fam. And that is how it's been done. Right, that is how you find yourself doing it, fam. Listen, and keep in mind that you are not alone on this journey. I'm literally here with you on this journey. All you need to find yourself doing for me is, well, all you need to find yourself doing for me is just hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Much love from me, your boy D. Until the next one, I'm out.